Apparently, we are live.
Are we?
It has happened. Well, it says so. Well, just wait till it comes through on YouTube.
You have to
Might
choose.
be a little bit of a delay.
Really mine opening sequence. I still have nothing, Roland.
Say again?
Still showing nothing for me.
Jeez.
Just we're live now. We're there. We're live now. We're live.
Are we? Are we there? Okay, I'm glad we made it. And a very good evening to everybody. Good to see you all. And welcome to another edition. Who is playing back? Oh, of course, it's me. And welcome to another edition of the Modelers Friday Night Live Show. We have with us the usual culprits, which is Dan Croak in the Dan Cave, right over there. Very bright indeed. Then we have Alan Parker is here. We just fiddled around with his camera, and amazingly enough, oh God, please, Dan, stop it. It's like a horror movie. And then we have PJ Lewis here, the elderly statesman, who's also here tonight, and it will be a busy man tonight. Yes, because we have quite some new sections in the show. Exciting stuff coming up, but I'm not. Well, don't stop. Don't. Just don't.
All in the marketing.
Don't go mad.
Yeah, come on.
Don't oversell it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't.
New and improved sections throughout.
Yes, new and improved. Exactly. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Right. Amazing stuff. So how was your guys' week, Dan? Were you all right? Were you on holiday? What did you do?
I was back to work this week after 2 weeks holiday. So yeah, right. It's been a long week. I came back from holiday with a head cold, which still hasn't gone away. So it's been a painful week. Well, you know what? That's all done and dusted. It's Friday again, and it's the first Friday of the month, and we're here. So
that's always good.
I can tell you what, with those bright lights, I'm not amazed at all that you have a permanent headache.
They can go brighter.
No,
it's fine.
No.
It's fine. How about you, Alan? You all right?
They can just go off as well.
Yeah, same as Dan. First week back at work after a fortnight off. So spent the fortnight off decorating and doing chores around the house. So sort of glad to get back to work in some ways. Let my back break a little bit, but long week, tiring week, early starts. Yeah, it's a bit of a killer after a couple of weeks off.
Never fun. You also had a busy week, PJ?
Yeah.
Back to work after holiday?
Getting back to work after the holiday. No, I don't do that anymore. Being retired. So basically it was just modeling, just modeling.
One big holiday.
Modeling and big holiday. And I stop now and again to have a beer and something to eat, and then modeling. So life's pretty full.
Yeah, I know. You will see when we will have a look at the what you have finished section. He's done quite a bit of modeling, right? And what are we busy with? I mean, we don't know. Dan, what are you busy with?
I knew you were going to ask that. I should have been better prepared.
You were 10 minutes ago.
Well, I am still working on the Renault, the RE20. So I have a bunch of parts, all painted, various shades of aluminium, which probably on camera all look like the same shade of aluminium, which in fairness to my eyes kind of look like the same shade of aluminium. But
yeah, you must clean your airbrush every now and again when you spray between colors.
Yeah, so the engine is done. And this is all the compressor stuff to go around the engine. So that's in progress. I have started work on a Airfix 1/35th scale Ferret Scout car.
All right.
So that's started. But again, that's just cleaning up some of the parts and a little bit of priming and a small amount of paint. And that's about it. Because I've been on holiday for 2 weeks and sick most of this week, I've not really done very much.
Yeah. How about you, Alan?
Again, I'm just on with the Williams still. Haven't really done much modelling again this week. I did very little well, 0 over the 2 weeks I was off. But I'm just trying to get on with all the side panels and pods on this thing.
All right.
Yeah, but it's very slow. I say it's been a difficult week to get back into it, to be honest. So
Yeah, no, I can believe that. Always the first week after a holiday.
yeah,
Always.
it's when you're tired, it's when you're doing fiddly work, detail work. When you're tired, it's not a good time to do it. So
No, not at all.
To leave it alone, otherwise you end up making it worse. So.
Yeah, no, you're right. You, PJ, you've done lots of things.
Well, a fair few. I kind of like cleared most of the decks because I've got down to. I want to get back to the 250 scale Defiant, which is over there, which I can't show you. But I want to get back to that and make some headway on that. But in the meanwhile, so I'm finishing up this, which is the 500 scale Bandai battleship Yamato, space battleship nice. Yamato. I'm adding a few steampunk elements to it just to give it a bit more of a fantasy look to it. So,
bit of copper and that kind of stuff. It looks good.
Yeah, getting this
color combination looks amazing. Yeah.
Other than that, I say my main thrust is to get that off the bench and then get back to Defiant. So.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you, Roland? What have you been up to?
Well, still on the Ford GT. I've done all the smaller parts, doing some hand painting. Otherwise, not much. I'm going to be honest with you because we had a couple of cases. Scylla was in hospital and all that kind of stuff. So, but I thought I'm gonna this weekend will be it. But then tomorrow we go to watch the rugby because the All Blacks are in Cape Town, so you've got to watch the rugby. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. But I certainly will be in the hangout on Sunday. Hope to see most of you there. And otherwise, it has been busy on the work side. It's a problem when you work for American companies. You work in 2 time zones, so you're kind of never off. Right. That's awesome stuff. And I see there are quite a few guys who are in already. And so please, if you do, come in and say hello in the chat. If you're up to something, let us know. If you're new, let us know where you're from, who you are. Always like to get to know new people. And Dan will give us a quick rundown what's going on in the chat. Dan, over to you.
I will indeed. I will do my very best to be accurate and consistent with what people have written. And I won't make comments up either. Or something.
No, you never do that. You never do.
Or make words up.
I might do that. You never know. So first in the door is our very own Mr. Alan Parker with a good evening, everyone. Hope you're all looking forward to an action-packed show. I don't know what show he's referring to, but
No.
It's the one after this one, Dan. It is.
Okay.
That's about right.
Then Roland himself is in with welcome to the show. Digsby James is in with a good evening, Alan, and all. And yes, most definitely. Hey, Digsby. Nigel T is in. Hello, folks.
Hi, Nigel.
And then, of course, PJ Lewis with the time zone friendly international greeting of the week. Morning, afternoon, and evening to all you wonderful modelers everywhere.
You should switch that around a bit, PJ. You should have like evening, morning, and afternoon some weeks, and or perhaps afternoon, morning, and evening some other weeks.
Hello.
Yeah.
No.
Rolf Schmidt is in. Hi, everybody. Looking forward to an entertaining show.
How's that, Rolf Schmidt? Rolf Schmidt, also known as Willy Messerschmidt.
Yep. Digsby saying hello to PJ. Greetings from the greater Toronto, Ontario area.
All right.
And speaking of Canadians, Adam is in saying evening peeps. I trust you're doing well.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Adam,
I hope so anyway. Yeah, good to see you, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Dominique is in the chat with an evening. Hey, Dom.
Hi, Dom.
Hey, Dom.
Black Skunk is in saying hello, good evening, and welcome to another fun-filled Friday show. Again, I'm not sure what
which stream's this.
Yeah.
When is Festa on tonight, or what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, all right, there we go then.
It's okay. I'll be dropping a link later.
Good man. Hey, Mika is in with a good evening all. Hey, Mika.
How's it, Mika? Good to see you, buddy.
Sean White is in. Good evening, crew and chat. Hey, Sean.
Sean, good.
And yeah, Adam making contact with Digsby about where in Canada they are located. Michelle is in as well, saying evening all.
How's it, Michelle? Good to have you.
Dave Robinson is in, saying, hey, all you fantastic plastaholics, I'll catch up soon as I'm having tea, but don't forget the thumbs up.
Here we go. Don't forget the thumbs up. You heard the man.
Random Blue is in with an evening all.
How's it, Random Blue?
Hi, Random.
Do we know Random Blue?
No.
Tell us a little bit more about you, Random Blue. Where you're from, what you're doing, what's your modeling preferences?
Give us your first name.
Random.
Give us your other first name.
Jeff Light's in, saying good evening, guys.
Guys, back in a second.
Hi, Maggie. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Good to have you.
Mark Bride is in, saying good evening, all.
Hi, Mark.
How are you doing, Mark?
And Michelle's better half is in. Mark Runciman. Evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
You're not going to be very popular. Hi, Mark.
Michelle,
well, we know it's true, so.
Well, yeah.
And Kieran is in as well. Or Kieran.
Hey, Kieran.
Afternoon, all. Hope everyone is well.
Yeah, good. We are good. Thanks for asking.
Wayne Saunders is in, saying hi, guys.
How's it, Wayne?
Hi, Wayne.
And Philip H is in, saying good evening, educated modeling crew and all.
Again, right. Which stream is he talking about? I don't know.
Miss Philip, you never know.
And Michelle says the rascal Louise is still awake in here too.
Oh, how's it, Louise? Hey, sweetheart, go to bed.
And Random Blue says, yes, you do. It's Alec. And I was in the after show last one.
Okay. Great. All right.
Of course.
And Digsby just saying he's in Jackson's Point.
Yeah.
Adams in Scarborough.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes sense to people who know those areas. So
yes. And the rest of us don't have a cooking clue.
Well, I have been to Scarborough. I've been to Scarborough in the UK.
Yes, I've heard about Scarborough in the UK.
And in England, it's quite a famous place because it's got a parkland that's called Oliver's Mount. So it's one of the few.
There's also a fair where there's a song.
Never mind that. So Oliver's Mount is one of the few places where they still do road racing of motorbikes in the UK.
Oh right.
Well, in England anyway, because they don't close the roads here like they do in Northern Ireland for road racing.
One of your fans has turned up, Dan.
Hey, Robert is in.
Robert Johnson's in. Yes, hi Dan, love your channel. Thank you very much.
Who is he?
Apparently, one of Dan's fans.
Yeah, one of Dan's fans. I didn't know you.
Or maybe it's just the fan.
Could well be. Yeah, could well be. I sometimes like to think if there be no fans and it's just a crazy person talking to himself on the internet.
That's where I am.
Adam says, "Oh, very nice." Oh, about Jackson's Point. Yeah, okay. And Richard Farmer is in saying, "Hi all, hope everyone's well. Have a great show, and I'll catch up tomorrow."
Okay.
Hi, Richard. Sorry you couldn't stay, but good. Thanks for popping in. Leave a like.
Random Blue gave up with the F69 rubber resin. LOL.
No.
Why is that? I just wondering why he gave up with the resin.
I don't know. I'm sure he will.
Is that the flexible type?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I have one. I can't remember which one it is. I know it's one of the F ones. I can't remember which one it is.
Is that the one Luke Wardy boy tried before? Because I know he tried one.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
And Adam says, "Yeah, Scarborough here is not that nice."
So many stretches.
Well, it is nice, Adam, because you're there.
Yeah, the flexible one, Manisha.
Yeah, I'm sure Luke Ward had some good success when he tried some flexible resin.
Yeah, it's the F80 I've got, which is it's not the rubber resin, it's an elastic resin. So
right.
I've not tried it yet. What do they call it? Yeah, elastic resin. Yeah.
All right.
So I hear it's better than the rubber resin for doing tires and the like, you know. So.
All right.
That might be the one that Luke used, because I know he said it only had a little bit of give in it, enough to kind of get a set of tires.
Yeah, there's probably
tight
that
fitting
one.
rim.
All right. Well, that's awesome stuff. Well, thanks very much for popping in, and thanks very much for leaving a comment. I see we have 40 users and 17 likes. I'm sure we can improve on that. It's not even 50%. Yes, Jamie Beat, where's your like? Come on, you lazy bugger.
Oh, there he is. Yes, evening, you bunch of smashers.
Yes.
Know it.
And there's a question for the crew already.
Okay. Should we keep that one for later, PJ?
Well, Alan's going to be answering it, so Alan should.
I wouldn't know, to be honest with you. Is the answer to that one?
I've never done slide mold.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's not within my area either, to be honest.
And John Stone is in saying good
Here
evening.
we go.
Hey,
How
John.
you doing, John? Long time no see.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy. There's Vice BS for you.
Don't drink it all in one go.
I know he likes his Vice beer.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Absolutely.
Always liked, there's a Francis Caner. Always like that. It's quite nice.
Franciscana, yeah, that's one of the best ones now, but that is a Ehringer. We don't get Franciscana here in South Africa.
Dominique asks, Roland, are you remodeling the man cave? That unbelievably large drill on the desk.
It's just when we have a technical problem with the show, I want to have my primary tools close by.
So just back to Robert Johnson's slide mold or resin. Will we try and answer that later, or if nobody knows?
I'll make a note of it, so I can come back to it while you're.
I'll come back to it. So someone might do some Googling in the meantime.
Yeah. There we go. Right. Now, it's always a good time at the start to see what you guys are actually buying. Since I haven't bought anything, I certainly need some inspiration. Ellen, would you take us away and see what the guys have been buying? Because that would be nice to see.
Let's have a look, see if I can remember how this works.
Yeah.
Ash some buttons in a northern
Ash
way.
some buttons. Should be sharing, I hope.
Yep.
It is here.
Right, then. So this month, what have you all been buying this month? Let's have a look. So first up, we have Digsby. And Digsby says, trust everyone is well. Been a bit busy and thankful the kit has gotten the mojo going again. Kit-wise, I picked up the Takom Tiger 1 late command in 1/35th scale. Okay, that's yeah, it looks like a nice beast. That 2-in-1. What would the 2-in-1 represent then in that tank? Then is it just two different versions of that tank? Is it, or?
Well, there's two tanks in the picture.
Is there two tanks in the pit? There is, yeah. There's a little tank, yeah, just over there. So okay. So they also picked up the following AK wheel colours, paint markers. He's got, yeah, a wood base, some ivory, some RAL 7028, some Dunkel, whatever that is, RAL 603, some olive green, is that RAL 8012, red brown and rubber black. And he says, I just got the notice that my order from ProScale Paints is in the country as well. So I'll add them into this post. And he's got some Toyota red, some Candy Ruby red, some Dr. Pepper red, Ford Grabber yellow, BMW purple silk, Porsche ultraviolet, Porsche Golf.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
We have some Porsche Golf orange. As always, thanks for taking a look. Paints have now safely arrived. Well, it's got a good selection of colours there, that's for certain.
Oh, very good. Very good.
And there you go. For the tank, it's one tank, just either the command or the standard tank.
Okay.
Let's just confirm that.
Yeah, you got a good haul there this month, Digsby, anyway. And that's somebody saying that he likes his setup. Next up, we've got Mark Bride. And gone a bit old school this month. Managed to pick up a Tamiya Julia Sprint GTA Fiat 695 SS in 1/24. Some Tamiya masking tape, leveling thinner, and Mr. Surfacer. that's one.
Didn't that just come out as a re-release, or am I wrong
Yes,
here?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it did, yeah.
it's recently been re-released, yeah, and it's one. You know, I know I'm not really going to build 24 scale models, but it's if I was going to build one,
Yeah, I'm certainly going to get one of those. That's for sure.
A good-looking car, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. And so, look, he's also got the little Fiat Abarth 695 SS as well. You know, you built the bigger one of those, haven't you, Roland? I believe.
I've got the bigger ones, and I've got that one, but not the new release, the old release still. And this weekend, actually, which I didn't put in here, I apologize. I got the normal Fiat 500, also the re-release from Tamiya.
Okay,
The blue one.
Yeah, it's just a re-release. It's not new tooling or anything, is it?
I will check when I do the review. I will check if there are different parts in there or if there's anything changed. Because I have now the old and the new one, so it will be interesting to see.
I mean, and if anything, I mean, I know that's about the same size as the Mini, and like the Mini in 1/24th, it is tiny.
It is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, I picked it up with Scylla, and Scylla looked at this and said, "This is tiny. What scale is that? It's the same scale. It's just a tiny car."
And there we go. Look, Mark's got himself some of the elusive Mr. Leveling Thinner.
Oh,
And
wow.
even more elusive Mr. Finishing Surface of Finishing 1500.
Is that elusive?
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult to get. Yeah, it seems to be a shortage on it all at the moment again. So
I bought some of that last week actually. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got the leveling thinner. It's the black I need.
I bought some 1500 black actually, and I think it was in a local hobby shop.
Yeah, did they have Leveling Thinner there, Dan?
Yeah, but I didn't buy any because I've got some.
Yeah.
They're Leveling Thinner here. They only have the small bottles, which I really don't like. You know, the small glass bottles.
Yeah. Well, no, that's been in short supply for some time. So unless it's all back out now and restocked everywhere, hopefully. Next up, we have Michelle, and it says, "Good evening, all. Hopefully, we'll be watching live. Well, we know you are because you've just been in the comments, Michelle. First is a eBay purchase from America. Sleeping Beauty's Castle, 76-piece plastic kit measuring 7 inches by 4 inches by 6 inches when assembled." Okay.
It's not huge, so yeah, it will be nice to see the detail.
Next is a gift of Rolfie. Is that Rolfie?
Rollife.
Rollife Netbook Nook, whatever that is. Then a wooden model kit, 340 pieces, measuring 7.5 by 4.5 by 8.7 when assembled. I'll have to remember
8'7".
Yeah, 8.7. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought they said 8'7".
8.7.
Wow.
There's a point in there, PJ.
I didn't hear that bit. I just like, so 8'7". Wow.
She said, "I have to remember my high school electronics class to work out the LED wiring."
I'm looking forward to seeing that, Michelle.
Yeah,
Piece of cake.
Let's have a look. Okay, that looks pretty
cool. Right, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're cool. They are. Yeah, them bookshelf things, they're cool.
It's a book nook. Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I like that.
It's definitely different, isn't it? I've never seen one of those before. That's pretty cool.
Me neither.
Pretty
Didn't
cool.
even know Rollife as a brand. So here we are. We live and learn.
Very nice. Next up is Nigel, and only by this month is the Tamiya 132nd German 8-ton semi-track 20mm flak. I ain't even going to pronounce
Feeling.
Go on.
Feeling
flak.
That's a classic car, isn't it?
There's 4 barrels of anti-aircraft. I think it's 20 millimeters. Yeah, it's 20 millimeters. It says there.
That looks a cool model, in all fairness. But
yeah. I love it. I love his half track.
They've done a few versions of it, haven't they, Tamiya, in the half track of there, I believe.
Quite a few versions out of that. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. And that's all we've got from Nigel this month. Next up, we've got Dusty's Model Workshop, and it says, "Hope everyone is well and doing good. I stretched into something different, picked up some Warhammer stuff because it reminds me of the 90s Japanese manga mechs, plus my son's got into them. I picked up the Teu Empire Combat Patrol and a Teu Hammerhead gunship. Think the scale is on somewhere around 156-ish. I believe that's what they are for Warhammers at 156-ish. That looks pretty cool though, and you can do all sorts of
very cool
paint schemes on them, can't you? You know, whatever takes your fancy, really.
Yeah. These Warhammer things are actually quite nice. It's 156, or what is that scale? What are they?
It's right about that figure, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the and here's the Emperor Combat Patro. This kit comes with 10-man strike breach team, a 10-man Pathfinder team, and an Enforcer battle suit, and a Devilfish dropship.
Cool.
Pretty cool. There's plenty of painting to be done in that lot, isn't there?
Geez, gotta keep you going.
Wow.
Should do him to Christmas.
Yep. Definitely. Next up, we have Richard, and picked up a few bits this month. First up was a local bargains 132nd Tamiya Spitfire, a 124th Revell Mustang, and a 172nd Airfix Lifeboat and Sea King set for £30. Well, I'm sure there'll be a picture of those somewhere else in a minute.
Yeah.
No, all three for 30 quid.
Yeah,
wow, that's a bargain.
That's bargain.
It is an absolute bargain.
Yes, it's also got the Tamiya 124th Calsonic Skyline and the 124th Monogram 4T bucket, Pro Scale Paint 2K, and some Zoom on metal Ford badges for a future project.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's
a nice haul.
the Mustang there either. I don't think he's mentioned the Mustang in there either, is he, to be honest, but there's a Mustang there as well.
He did in the first three.
Oh, yes, the 124 Rebel Mustang, yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the there's a Supermarine Spitfire.
Mark 9C.
Let's have a look. There's the Lifeboat. And does is that the Sea King come with that as well? Yeah. And
Yep.
Sea Helicopters are 2-in-1 box, yeah.
Is that? I think that's the old Sea King tooling.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Not great then, Dan, no?
No.
Is it just me that things pop up and disappear, or does it happen?
And that's the Westland Sea King, not the Sikorsky Sea King.
Okay. But anyway, for the prices paid from they're great.
Yeah, absolute bargain.
And then there's a zoom on Ford badges that he's got. They're all, I think they're the metal based ones, aren't they? Yeah, metal stickers.
Yeah, very cool.
Next up, we have Mark, and Mark says, "Good evening, one and all. Not a massive haul, but a trip to one show and a holiday did include the purchase of a few kits. First up is the Talieri 172nd Blackbird with drone, was picked up at the Aberdeen Model Show, while the Tamiya 148 P51D Mustang was picked up while visiting the Soloway Air Museum near Carlisle. Says next up is the Tamiya 124th Mazda Roadster and the Fujimi Garage and Tools Diorama kit. Yet to decide which car will be used in the garage. Both of these were bought at a cracking little model shop in Wigton in the Lake District." So there's his Mustang and his Blackbird.
I love a Blackbird.
And there is the Mazda and the Garage Dio.
Yeah. The Garage Dio is going to keep you busy. Lots of little parts to paint.
Yeah, lots of parts. And you can use it in, for photo shoots for all other sorts of models and stuff after as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I found I'd probably get myself a second one because I found that all, once a car is in there, it's really full. So you don't see any of the, so I'll probably get myself another one, kind of fiddle them together.
Next up is Mr. Millgate, Peter. And Peter says, "Good evening, everyone. Posted delivered a lovely 112 scale Model Factory Hero Ferrari 275p. This is a special because it's 25 more than the 250, so therefore better."
Of course, Peter, of course.
I also received some reference material for future large-scale builds for the Williams FW16 and the McLaren F1. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, be interesting to see that one built, Peter. I wonder what colour he's going to do that one.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. And there is his
Red's a good bet.
16 reference book and the fast guide for the F1 GTR short tail McLaren.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
He
does it proper.
It makes no difference how much reference material you have you can never find the picture of the part you want. I mean, I'm building this Williams here. I've probably got upward of 1,500 pictures, detailed pictures, a couple of books as well. And when you want to find the part you want, you just can never find it. It's just missing out the corner of the picture. Or
I kind of think if you can't find the picture of it on Google, paint it whatever color you like, because no one else will find the picture of it on Google to correct you.
Yeah, I know that, Dan. I know that.
Yeah. People are you sure this was baby pink? Well, prove me.
Show me a picture of it.
Yeah, prove it.
Next up is our very own Mr. Croak, and he's been busy buying stuff this month. So there's been a few things.
Very nice. Very
Airfield
nice.
176 airfield recovery set. It's a pick. Well, that's a strange scale, that 176, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's because the rail scale.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's close to 72nd. It'll work for what I want it to do.
Yeah.
It's close enough. So
Bit of an ambitious kit, though, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
It's a recovery set for the RAF. You have to recover the whole of the RAF.
yeah, with one trailer and one crane.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
well.
be busy.
And it got a model 172nd DH Dove.
I love that. I love that.
A special hobby 172nd Avro Anson.
I love that even more.
Oh, come on. You've got to pronounce the name of this company. Go on. Come on.
And what? A KP 172nd Avro 626.
No, name of the actual model maker.
KP. KP.
Of the Svodi Prostet Joy?
Busted up. Yeah.
There's some different subjects there, Dan. I'll give you that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
The one I like is the Anson.
This one down here.
Yeah, I like the look of that one.
Yeah, I like that one, but really a lot. I think it's beautiful.
All those windows to mask.
Was that a fabric covered plane that as well, Dan, by looks of it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
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 In the wars, wasn't it?
The interior of that is all resin, I think.
Wow.
Okay.
From recollection, and most of the upper part of the hull is actually one piece glazed or two piece glazed. So it's actually not that difficult to mask because it's all.
So there will be some masking. PJ is right.
Now there's some great kits here as well, because you can do so much with these. You got yourself the Ujimi 124th Nissan March, which is basically the mica, isn't it?
The mica, yeah.
But that's crying out to be like a loud pink. Have wide steelies on it with some crazy camber on the wheels. You know, do some with spotlight on it.
And yellow flowers.
Yeah.
Either that or a kind of smashed up pizza delivery car.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Domino on the top.
Yeah.
The Tamiya Renault 5 Turbo, which is a re-release with probably all of 10, 15 parts in it.
Can I just say,
but it's a great little kit.
A mate of mine had an original Renault 5 Turbo, and he had it for literally 3 days, and it got hit by a truck and written off.
Oh.
Thankfully, no one was in it. It was parked up, but still.
Yeah, it was a little pocket rocket, that was.
It is a nice little kit, that is, for what it is. You got yourself the 172nd B-17G Flying Fortress.
A little bit inspired because I finally got around to watching Masters of the Year recently.
Oh, right.
Oh, you've been watching that one, have you?
Yeah.
And I would imagine that's still fairly large in 172nd.
Yeah. It's pretty big. From recollection, they're probably 34, 35 centimeters wingspan.
So you didn't fancy getting yourself a 32nd scale version?
I did not.
No, you built that in the garage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And somebody else's.
And
preferably.
He's stretching himself with this one. He's got himself the Revell 124th VW camper. It's got 189 parts in that, Dan. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, there's lots of little things in there. Have lots of fun. Many a word was spoken when I built that one.
So I take it that is the one where you have to piece all the body together as well.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I mainly got it because it's got the full camping interior in it, and I wanted to do a full camping,
which is actually quite cool. But yeah, it's quite a bit of work as well. But it's a nice build. Once you've got the body together, you're fine.
But yeah, some nice kits there, Dan. In all fairness, mate.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and he's not. God, he's not finished. What else? Jesus.
Oh,
He
my.
was on holiday. He was on no holiday. He was permanently in the hobby.
And this was the start of last month, which was most of them were from the model show.
It was on holiday in a model shop.
So Dan's also going to got himself the 120th McLaren MP47 from Tamiya, a Lotus 102B. That's also from Tamiya. It's great. And the Meng 112th MP44. And a selection of bushes.
Yep. So that big one on the left, I'm going to use to put the 2K on the MP44.
yeah, because you get it with one pass with that bush, won't you?
Yeah. So, but believe it or not, those two Tamiya 20th scale kits, they were 30 quid each.
That's a steal. That is a steal. The
Lotus
102s. So the last 120th kit I built was that 102 actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice little kit again. Plenty of carbon on it as well, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an awesome haul. Awesome haul.
Next up, we have Sean White, and he says, "Good evening, guys. Hardly set foot in the man cave this past month, and not a great deal purchase either. Just a couple of auction wins: a 124th Revell Audi A4 DTM,
all right,
monogram 124th Ford Thunderbird, and the 125th AMT Plymouth Fury."
Yeah, that looks interesting. That Plymouth Fury. I built that Thunderbird. It is a typical monogram kit of the time, but at the end it comes out quite nicely. The decals were still fine, so you should have lots of fun with it.
Yeah, it's cool. No? And so those Audis are fetching good money these days as well.
Yeah, I never built the Audi. I built a Mercedes before, or Ralf Schumacher Mercedes, but I've never built the Audi.
And what else does Sean get? See, this will solve the issues. It's kind of modelling related. My cave is situated in a south-facing spare bedroom, and as such gets pretty much unbearable, even during the crap UK summers. So I managed to pick up a brand new portable AC dehumidifier from a local auction house, super cheap.
Well done. Well done indeed. I don't know where I would be without an air conditioner. I would die in here. So
all I'm going to say is make sure you vent the exhaust externally. It'll make the room twice as hot.
Yeah, no, otherwise you just heat everything up.
Yeah. Well, no, they're great. I've got a similar sort of thing in my office in work, and it's bloody brilliant, to be honest. And that's it from Sean this month. And next up is Anthony Ricco, and I tried selling some kits, but everyone wanted to trade, so I got some very nice ones. From the top, a 135th Riffield Models MATV MRAP.
Yeah, I built that. Good kit.
Unbelievable detail on there. Then the Italieri Gundam itself, the HG Finis. I can't even say that word.
Renaskita.
Been waiting a while for the Bandai to re-release that one. Okay. One of my favourite cars, a 124th Fujimi de Thomas Pantera. Another amazing. The Pantera. That's a cool kit anyway. One of my favourite cars, Pantera. And another amazing 124th Alpha Models. This time the gorgeous Ferrari Monza SP2.
That is quite nice, actually.
And he said, I can't wait to start that one. And finally, one of the Rossi's bikes, the 112th Nastro Azzurro Honda NSR 500. And the final kit, the beautiful 148 Hasegawa FA18C Hornet. Lots of fun going to happen in those. Certainly, going to some great kits to build there, in all fairness.
I
look forward to seeing that Pantera built up, to be honest with you.
The MATV is a cracking kit. I built that. It's wonderful. Lots of detail, lots of painting. So
I could almost be tempted to one of them myself. It's it's a car.
It's a nice scale. I think was it 135?
Yeah, 135.
Yeah. But it feels like a bigger vehicle, if you know what I mean. But it's not.
Yeah. Well, nice haul there. Anyway, all nice swaps.
And he's a cracking builder as well, so I look forward to seeing those.
Look forward to seeing them. And that is it for this month, folks.
I don't know.
All right. Well, there's some awesome stuff in there. By golly, yeah. I was inspired. So there's a couple of things. I've certainly that Alpha. Once that gets to South Africa in 3 months, I'm certainly going to have a look at that. That is fantastic. I love that. But I was inspired by some of your planes which you bought there, Dan. Love those. Yeah, especially those 2 civilian ones. Really like those.
Well, they're not going to end up as civilian ones. They're both going to be Irish Air Corps, Irish little Air Force ones.
Yeah.
So I built a Dove last year, but I built an old resin kit and it was awful. Truly awful. So I thought I'd pick up the injection molded one, albeit a very short run injection molded one. So still not brilliant, but could be much worse than the resin.
Yeah. All right. So much. Well, I would certainly, if I do the kit, I would do the civilian version. I like those interwar passenger planes. They're very cool. Right. While I have you, Dan, would you mind giving us an update?
Yeah, of course. Where do we get to? We got to up to here. Random Blue says resin is much easier, in my opinion. Does follow up with, though, really kind of asking slide molded in plastic and resin is dangerous to work with, but which is the better bet for scale detail?
I'd probably say resin for the scale detail.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Depends on the molder as well.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go back again. Richie Lamb is in, saying good evening, guys.
Hey, Richie.
Richie.
Good to have you. How you doing, buddy?
Stephen Burns is in, saying evening all. First time in ages. I'm sitting down to watch from almost the start. Also trying to edit my first video for my own YouTube channel.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Put the link in here, buddy. Put the link in here.
Probably can't paste the link in because
you can't paste the link because it's not a mod.
Okay.
But once we spot it, we'll give you a shout out, I'm sure. John Stone says, yeah, go for it. I do one now and again. Not all that good, but it's fun. Mark Bride says there's a lot more leveling thinner about again until everyone bulk buys. Lockdown toilet roll again.
Yeah.
And Alan's chief culprit for bulk buying of stuff.
Well, apparently he has somebody who in competition here, which you will see in your next comment.
Philip H. I bulk bought. Yeah, you see, you're part of the problem, Philip.
Exactly.
Just me. Dominique says, should I share Danielle's collection from Row Life? Then you'll be busy for an hour.
Too late. Everything's locked down.
lockdown collection.
Robert Johnson says, Digsby says, very nice haul, everyone. Stephen Bird says, Johnstone, it's a watch channel. It's called Watch the Feck. I like it.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Watch the Feck.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there was some good stuff in there. Yeah, some really nice models, which I haven't seen for quite some time, or never ever for the model. Row Life, here we go. So, small models with hundreds of parts. So that'll going to keep old Michelle busy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, look, Mark's part of the problem as well. Got 3 bottles of leveling thinner.
There's always 3 people.
I didn't expect that from you. But he's buying for 2.
Are you putting the video out on your Stephen Burns channel, Stephen? Out of interest.
Yeah, he said he called it Watch the Feck.
Okay.
Read the comment.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah,
pay attention. Paul Windmill is in saying hi, guys.
I know you've been to work, so
Hi, Paul Windmill. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Paul.
Stephen Burns says put a couple of wrist roll videos filmed on holiday in Kefalonia.
All right.
And Michelle says, like, I need to be any more busy. Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Busy with the right stuff. Exactly. Right then, and while you're talking,
Yeah.
I saw there are some wonderful things which people are busy with, talking about inspirational. That always is. So let's have a look at it.
I'll have to find it now.
Yeah, I think I found Stephen's channel. What's the feck? Yeah, I'll pop a link in there for people can have a look.
What have you been buying? Finished bills? No, it's not that one. No questions. Not last month's.
I think it's that one, Stephen. Let me know if that's the right one.
Let's do an old sherry screen. Mash some buttons. Sausage.
Yeah.
There's some ketchup on it.
Yeah.
You can do it, buddy.
Hopefully I've done it. I've done it.
Looks very similar.
You are screen sharing. Let's go all comments. Make sure we get everyone in. Okay, so this is this month's work in progress. So starting with scale effect. Who's working on the From A Hasegawa 124th Porsche 962C?
Oh,
I do like that car.
Very yellow.
And I like the color.
I like the scheme as well. Yeah, it's simple but effective.
Yeah, again, those Hasegawa kits are relatively simple, but there's so many scheme choices out there for them.
Yeah,
they're always a good bet. And Michelle, work in progress this month is Mavis from Hotel Transylvania, UV curable resin in 12th scale. She's all ready for me to learn how to use the spray gun. Oh,
doesn't look anything like Mark.
Mavis.
Or maybe it does. I don't know.
It's quite a joint she's standing in. Look what's on the floor. Body parts. Jeez.
Spare heads and all that. Yeah. Well, yeah, you just got to dive in and start spraying.
Yeah, get in there.
Just do it. Best way to learn is to do it. You can watch all the videos in the world, but
do it now.
Yeah. Sylvia is working on a special armor 172nd scale SDKFZ 10 DMAG half track for the Africa Corps. Originally delivered in RAL 7021, overpainted in Africa with RAL 8000, so the paint will chip away due to conditions. It was painted in situ. Effect was created with normal hairspray from a rattle can, so hairspray first, let it dry, overpainting sand color, wait 30 minutes and start to scratch and sand carefully to paint partly away. Interior will stay in grey. Next up will be the fiddly parts and the final wash. Yeah,
that's very cool. Nice. I like that, Sylvia. That is very, very cool indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some nice effective chipping in that scale. There's another picture of the other side. Yeah, that's cool. For 72nd scale, that's quite cool.
That's very good. That's very good.
Nigel Tingy is got the Nagano Kawasaki 500 in 1/8 scale. Wow. In progress. Well, I've had a look and it's on the bench. There we go.
I know that kind of progress. I have a couple of those.
Bit of a strange scale, that one as well, isn't it? 1/8.
Yeah.
The progress being has moved from his stash to his bench.
Yes. It's going to be a biggie. It's a good bike. It's a nice bike.
Lots of chrome in that scale. That's a challenge. Nigel's still working on the Hachette U96 in 48 scale. Two more sections painted and weathered. Another piece of the hull getting the slots painted black.
Very cool.
That's just huge.
Yeah.
That's a submarine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
In 48 scale.
Mark 7 submarine from World War II.
Ouch.
Dusty's model workshop. Hello there, my fellow inmates enslaved to the plastic model gods. Hope everyone is well and enjoyed any holidays. You were able to sneak in. This one I'm working on 2 kits, the Warhammer Tau Skyray gunship and the Trumpeter T80 BV. T80 BV I literally just started, so nothing to show apart from the road wheels. Warhammer gunships had its black primer done, then painting it Death Guard green. Also using blue tack to mask off the black areas as my partner cleaned my model desk up, and I can't remember where she put my MIG masking putty while I was away. possibly in the bin. Yeah, I find Blue Tack works okay. I know some people have had issues with it, but it works fine for me. Yeah, that's coming along nicely. I presume that's the one we saw on the what you bought.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. That's the Tau Skyray, yeah.
Richard Farmer has been working on 2 builds this month. First up is the 124th Aoshima Charasuga Works Skyline, gone for a 2-tone retro-inspired Calsonic livery.
Nice. That does look nice.
Very nice. I like that a lot.
Really nice, with lots of extras you have to have a play a bit with. Yeah, I like how that's come out, actually.
That actually looks awesome. I love that.
And there's the interior. And all the other bits.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool indeed.
Second of the month is the 124th Monogram Ford T-Bucket. I was going to have a Skyline engine, but after fitting it, decided it didn't look quite right. So gone back to the trusty old V8. Not very original, going for black and red, but who cares? It's got flames. Yes, 100%. It's got flames. It's cool.
That's it. Done.
And if this kit gives me any more grief, those flames are going to be real. Nice. Nice little hot rod. Peter Millgate. Stop putting in pictures of real engine. No, they're not, actually. Work continues slowly on the body build model Factory Hero 1/12th Ferrari 250 GTO. Chassis is nearing completion. Mild weathering throughout for a raced car look. Just the interior body work and where wheels to go. Hope Mr. Quinney is moving faster.
I have to say, I think Peter should, come clean and post pictures of the actual model and not the real engine.
He should.
Yeah, it's just.
Who's going to fall for that any longer?
Yeah, that looks pretty stunning, Pete. Very impressive. Alan Parker. Speaking of impressive, not had much bench time these last 3 weeks. When I have, though, I've been working on the 12 scale Tamiya Williams FW14B. Started on the side pods and rear engine electronics. Lots of fiddly wiring.
Oh, yeah. My favorite.
Looks really good, though, Alan. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Cool, actually.
Where does the starter key go?
I haven't got that bit yet.
Well, the starter key goes straight up the back of the.
Yeah. It's a big one too. Not going to have that on a key ring.
Hey.
Oh, look at that! Even wow.
Very cool. There's another photo there.
Impressive.
Very nice.
It's just a vast nest of wires at the moment, which are all going to be, put to the right places and trimmed. Just a nightmare.
Mr. Rico, hey guys, few whips this month. If I share them all, I'll get in trouble. Here's a couple.
A busy man.
First beginnings of a 48 scale Occidental replicas Fiat G91. What a horrible interior. After some mega upgrades, thankfully managed to get a Wolfpack Martin Baker Mark 6 ejection seat. Quite an upgrade from the kit's lump of Play-Doh.
So I thought Anthony had actually modelled that, the one on the left. The one on the right. I was going to say he's a good modeller, is Anthony. But okay.
Then the control panel was just flat with black and white decal, white disc. So I used Dymo tape squares, punch out some foil circles for the dials, stick those on the decals, cut out, then UV resin over it. Then I cut off the plastic gun sight and put in a square of plastic from some packaging and outlined it with a black marker. Upgrades done.
Very cool.
We get a picture of that. We do indeed. Yeah, that's definitely an improvement over the kit version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which wasn't hard, really, was it?
Well, true. Yeah.
Well, yeah, good work.
What else we got? Oh, another one. 48 scale Academy CH46 Bullfrog, progressing with some weathering. Dirty marine birds. Slow and steady on this kit. That is coming along, actually.
That's looking nice. That is.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Love the weathering. Weathering's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good with that.
I mean, the thing is, on a helicopter like that, where it's predominantly, a single grey or two shades of grey, the weathering just makes them. So yeah,
It does. It does. You're right.
That's quite a big bird in 48 scale as well. By the looks of things.
Yeah,
It's not small, no. Quite a few reference photos there in the background as well.
Oh yeah, see that's looking good.
yeah, yeah. It's a whopper chopper.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh God, Anthony again. Also busy with the engine on this 12 scale Tamiya F1 Ferrari 641 F90. Beautiful Formula One car, and what an engine! Enjoying this. Love doing these engines. That's looking really nice, actually.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's got really nice kind of patina to the rocker covers. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a 641 stroke 2, isn't it? Is it the Prost Mansell car? That one? It must be if it's Tamiya F1. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, but the Mansell car, yeah.
Oh, and then one more. Delete if you've had enough. The 1/72nd scale AMT Space 1999 Eagle Transporter. Doing some different colors because the all white is boring. Need to do the container still. That'll be nicely weathered and rusty. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Vaguely remember the show from my youth. And once again, a pretty big kit, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. How many does he have on the go?
I thought I was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Feeling not bad anymore.
Yeah. And then Brendan Leroux, who's got the Edward Mirage 3 CZ, progressing steadily. Kit decals for South African Air Force livery, applied using Mr. Mark Setter and Softer with no issues, all sealed in with St. Clear, left for a few days before starting with the weathering. The South African Air Force aircraft are usually kept clean and well maintained, even during training or combat operations in Angola. Therefore, weathering was kept subtle, only creating minimal dirt, grime, and oil streaks in concentrated areas. They used AK Interactive weathering pencils for the weathering effects. First time I've used these pencils, and I'm satisfied with the results.
Right.
This project is nearing completion, and hopefully next month we'll be posting photos in the completed models section.
Looking forward to that.
This project's on my YouTube channel, a step-by-step video build that has gained quite a following. Excellent.
Hey,
check out the second photo with a link to my channel if you want to watch the build progress.
There we go.
Let's have a look to these. Oh yeah, he's stuck in a link there as well. Very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. There you go.
Yeah, always like the Mirages.
Yeah, maybe copy that and put it in the chat and send there.
Yeah, if someone can, because I can't either. So.
Okay, I'll go have a look at that now.
And there we go. That's it. I think we've got everything.
Here we go. Well done.
Just for heads up warning, guys. My internet just blurred and everything went off. So it's just all back to normal now, but just fair warning in case it goes down again.
Where did PJ go?
He'll do anything to get out of it, won't he?
PJ, can you hear us?
Funny guy. Funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy.
Funny guy.
Very good. All right.
Let's have a quick look back at the chat.
Yes, you do that.
Shane is in saying evening and morning shaggers, a bit late.
Hey, Shane.
Mr. Parker is stuck in a link for Watch the Feck. Michelle says, good excuse for not doing anything else.
Yeah, here you go.
Paul Windmill has said, the wife has bought me the 1/12 Skyline Nismo for our wedding anniversary. What a kind and considerate.
That's a keeper. Here we go.
And Go for a Painting is in saying hello.
Hello, buddy.
Shane says, Alan, did you do an article for a magazine?
I may have done.
He did. He's in Tamiya Model magazine.
Potentially.
There's pictures of your Porsche. Have you not?
No, well, apparently there's been an issue with the printing of the magazines. So,
Oh, I've got the digital version. I can probably ping you some shots with if you want.
yeah.
So he's in this month's Tamiya modeling magazine with one of his Porsches, and there's a picture set of the real car as well, so you can see how well Alan has done. Although it's not quite an original race car, it's actually a road car.
Well, it's a race car converted to a road car.
Yeah. So obviously it's been restored and stuff. So Stephen Bird says yes, that's the one. Shell says she's mostly all black due to dress and red and purple various.
I don't know about the figure. I hope she's on about the figure.
Go for a painting says do not forget to hit the thumbs up.
Here we go.
Get in there. Jeff says fantastic work, guys. Alan stuck in a link to Brendan's channel as well.
Very good.
Mark says, I can't find or get a copy of the magazine. Yeah, as Alan said, some printing issues. And then a couple of hellos to each other, and we're all caught up once again.
Oh, fantastic.
And breathe.
There's it. Thanks very much, Dan. That was some fantastic stuff which we saw there in what you're busy with, and I can't wait for the stuff to pop up in what you have finished, because there will be some enormously fantastic models in there. That's for sure. Really, really nice indeed. Now, before we get to that section, and we'll get there in a minute, maybe so that you don't do everything in a row, PJ, maybe we pull in your 2 questions posts which you put up, and see what the guys had to say.
Okay. PJ's questions of the month. Just bear with me a second. Am I?
Play some hold music.
No, just bear with me.
Oh, well, I saw that. So it's my turn. I go.
Are you sharing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's the train.
You're sharing that, yeah?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're sharing it. We're not.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. This month's question was: recently, I was in the market for a set of decals for an ongoing build, which were only available from a supplier in the US. Despite the set costing $30, I was astonished to discover the postage would have cost more than double at $72 on top of the purchase price. Needless to say, the supplier lost a potential sale. And while I'm not suggesting postal charges haven't increased to some degree elsewhere around the world, those affecting imports into the UK from the US particularly do appear to be extortionately high by comparison. So this month's question is, have you had a similar experience with eye-watering postal charges, and what did you do about it? Pay up or seek alternative supplier for what you were trying to buy? Okay, Michelle is in. She says, yes, finally found a model kit for me and the daughter. Sleeping Beauty's Castle from the Mouse Cult shop. That'll be Disney then. The actual shop wouldn't ship to the UK, so I looked on eBay. Thankfully, I found the kit at a low marked price of £23.94, £18.90. Sorry, let's try that again. For $23.94, which is £18.90 in pounds, but the shipping cost of $33.76 was tempted by the 4-pack Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Haunted Mansion, and Space Mountain. The shipping was fine, but it was more the huge markup on the items. Okay, so you're about the other way around rather than postage. Okay. Anton Rico says, hey, you guys think you have it hard. Try getting things to South Africa with our non-existent postal system being on the south end of the world. Not fun at all.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm with you.
William Messerschmidt says, yes, sometimes postage from the US to Germany is ridiculous as well, especially on eBay. I simply don't buy it. sooner or later it will appear elsewhere. Slightly off topic, because I'm still fed up with the Brexit consequences. Yeah, you and us both, mate. In theory, it's okay. We pay VAT here in Germany instead of UK VAT and pay €6 service fee on top. But every third time, the civil servant here don't like the colour of the parcel, or is still angry about his bad lunch. So he does not accept the correctly filed CN22 form. So we have to pick it up from in person at the custom office to sort it, or pay €15 for a clarification service. We had cases too long to explain here, but very annoying. So we avoid to order from the UK, and if we can't, we send it to a friend and pick it up when he comes over. In the luggage, no one cares for small items. Now we generally order from Super Hobby in Poland, which is well stocked, and it's here within 3 days.
Yeah.
Yep. So UK suppliers losing out as well as US suppliers. And Shane Wright says, "You want to live in New Zealand?" I do, actually. If I want something that I cannot get here, which is 90% of the aftermarket stuff, the postage is 2 to 3 times of the item cost, i.e. a $30 item postage $70 to $80 more for postage. Or the other option is surface postage, but take around 3 to 4 months to get here. Okay.
Well, at least gets there. Here in South Africa, it also gets here, and then it gets stuck in Johannesburg post office, and that's where it stays. Never to be seen again.
It's a thorny issue that I've come across quite a lot. In my case, it's mainly from US suppliers. I'm not blaming the US suppliers. I'm not blaming the US, but the postal charges or courier charges from that just seem to be particularly extortionate. I don't know why, and no one I've read anybody who can adequately explain it to me why. But I can get stuff from even after Brexit. I can get stuff from around Europe, which is, the postage is reasonable. You know what I mean? I've even had stuff from China, which the postage is fairly reasonable. It just seems to be from the US in my case.
Yeah,
I don't know. There must be something odd about the. I wonder if it's just the fact that it's not as common for them to export, because it's such a huge market by itself. It's a.
No, I get that, but to every company, every sales is a prisoner, so to speak. But if this is happening in our little corner of industry, the modelling market is a really small market. It must be happening in other industries as well. Okay,
I'm sure it does.
But if there's not the demand, I mean, just globally, if it's not if US to Europe, exports are not as in big a demand, then price.
What I'm saying is it's going to be hurting American exports, is it not?
Yeah. But if they have such a huge market and they don't need to export as much, then depends. It's that kind of balance of trade thing, and I think Shane is on the point of like New Zealand, where you've got 5 million people. So if there's not the demand for imports, you don't get the economies of scale from courier companies. And I think Jeff's just posted in the chat about one of the brick kits that ships from China to the UK at zero postage. The amount of goods that come out of China, so there's lots of services and there's huge competition for courier companies. They're filling aircraft with stuff, constantly going across. It just means there's demand on that kind of market sector for couriers. So I don't know if US to Europe is in a similar situation. So but it is frustrating. But then you think back 30 years ago, all you got was the stuff you knew about in your local shop.
This much is true.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we are not living 30 years ago.
No, that's true. That's true. But I kind of look at it from the point of view things have gotten better. you can get most of the stuff you need. It just happens the odd time you get that really one kind of niche thing that you can only get from.
Yeah, but the objection is, in my case, that the postage is costing 2.5, nearly 3 times as much as the thing you're buying.
Yeah.
Which then puts you off buying that product.
Yeah.
So that's
or you buy more to make the postage worthwhile.
That's an option for sure. Yeah. I'm not doubting that's an option. Yeah. But yeah, I just find it annoying. I really do.
Oh, I don't disagree. I mean, even stuff like where a company like one of the big model companies in Europe, Domino Models, for a long time they stopped post Brexit. They stopped shipping to the UK because they just didn't want the hassle. So they just decided, no, we're not going to ship there.
Yeah, well, the other problem is that it's up 4 years for the UK government to sort out VAT and import-export certificates out for business. This from a government that said that they were ready for Brexit, which they weren't. Anyway, not going to get into
let's not go there. But the hard and fast of it for me is, as part of the EU, it was just everything had become easy and simple, and you could just buy and sell stuff whatever you want, and it has become more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it certainly is yeah, obviously we have now the opportunity to get stuff from other countries, and from some countries you get it cheaper than from others. Generally, postage has, quadrupled from the time it started. I remember when you get online stuff for quite cheap postage now. Even in South Africa, when you post stuff, it's not necessarily always cheap, but there is big enough competition that it's still reasonable. But importing from the US, I've tried that before. Because we cannot import via postal service, as Anthony pointed out. That is just a black hole. So you need to use courier companies. I remember I sent one of these Tamiya glasses to an American modeler, and the postage costed twice the amount of the glasses. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah. But what's slightly weird, and it'll frustrate PJ a little bit, and I'm sure Alan's ordered from IndyCals as well.
Yeah.
They send stuff absolutely fine. That's just Declan's.
Yeah.
But
that comes in an envelope, so it just goes in normal post. It's
bizarre. Anyway, which is what I was buying, but that's besides the point.
I mean,
what do you want to do? You want me to roll into
do the questions for the crew quickly?
Question for the crew, because there's only one.
Yeah.
And it's from the sorry, I need to share this. That's a good idea.
So just catch up with the chat before you do.
Okay, go for
it. Jeff raised the point about a brick kit that ships from China to the UK at zero postage. Shane says, just don't use FedEx. They have extremely high prices and take months to deliver after going around the world twice.
Yep.
Heard about that, yeah.
Robert Johnson says US postal rates are science fiction. A kid from Hong Kong for cheaper. I live in Canada. US should be cheaper. Yeah. I think Royal Mail is going the way of the US Postal Service as well. Jeff Light says, "But why should you, Alan?"
I'm assuming that's buy more.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't have to, but it's. I agree, you shouldn't have to, but sometimes it's the only way to get around it. I mean, if you've got other projects coming up and you can buy things at the time for those, and just make the most of your shipping.
Yeah.
It just softens the blow a little bit.
Yeah, but don't forget that a lot of people are on restricted budgets, and it's not always financially viable to stack the box, so to speak, just so you can take advantage of the postage.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but if it's something that you need, why wouldn't you do that and get other things you're going to need further down the line?
Again, if you can afford to do that, actually, it's a good option, but not everyone can afford it.
Well, I think Mark Bride has said, I found the more you buy to make the postage feel less painful, you have a higher risk of getting customs charges, so it can be costly either way.
I mean, absolutely. The thing is, depending the country that things are originating from, normally depends on whether you get hit with the custom charges. I mean, anything coming from the States, that's over sort of 50 quid, you're going to get hit with customs charges, irrespective.
Kieran says, I have wondered that too, living in Canada, but I do think some of it comes from what Canada Post are charging on their side, plus import duties. Anthony Rico says, hey all, sorry to join so late. We'll have to go back to the beginning after the show. Hope you're all well.
Hey, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
We were talking about you a lot.
Thanks for joining.
Ross Schmidt,
we are ringing.
Yeah, Ross Smith says, just mentioning the phrase 30 years ago, the London Hannon shop near the tube station was a paradise for unusual resin or vac form kits. And now the Hannon shop behind the RAF Museum is boring. Well, you should go to the Hannon's warehouse. They'll still have all those kits, because if they list them, they'll be in their warehouse and you can freely walk around their warehouse, as I found out earlier in the year and didn't want to leave. Philip H says, remember when Royal Mail delivered spray cans? Now has to be via courier at twice the price.
Correct.
Well, I don't know. The likes of Hermes are getting quite competitive on price. So
Hermes, you mean Every?
Yes, Every now. That's them. And
There's
sometimes
no
just
guarantees that things ever arrive with Every, there is there.
but we see this.
Or the spray can will arrive, but it'll be used.
I've no problems with them.
I've got to admit, I'm saying with as Dan, we have the same Every courier.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is, but it's Wolverhampton Wanderers fan because he's got a sticker in the window, right? And he does this route every single day, and he's brilliant. And
that's the way they organize their local distribution. It's often local people just picking up. They'll just do a car full. Yeah, and they'll have the same route every day. They'll do local drops.
Yeah, he is superb. He really is. And to his credit, he's never once left a parcel outside the building or in a stupid place. He's always tried to deliver it to the person. If he can't, he'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Digsby says, a fine shipment to Canada from Japan.
Amazon, are you listening?
UK, Australia, so much easier and cheaper than the States. Yeah. Which is bizarre, I suppose. And Mark says that's why you use DHL.
Yep.
There we go. All caught up again.
All righty. That's quite some stuff here. Deep stuff indeed. Right. And now, PJ, let's try again.
Okay. Is that sharing?
Yep.
Just one question from the lovely Philip Hartford. Good evening, young Paul. I love you. My question is, I'm going to struggle on this. My question is, you have taken a 1-year contract to look after an island where there are no shops or deliveries. You are the only person. The money is tax-free and well worth it. You can take some of your modelling gear. There is electricity, so you can take your airbrush and compressor, obviously. But only one model kit to build over the 12-month period. What model would you take to build and why? MFH kits not allowed, PJ. Bastard. Okay, do you need anything recapping there, guys, before you answer it? Okay.
I'm happy to start this because I read this question earlier and I thought suddenly, if I was in this position, I'd suddenly have an interest in building 1/350th scale warships.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling that'd be a nice 12-month project, something like the Yamato with all the detail sets.
Aftermarket, yeah. I was thinking. Oh, sorry, Dan, have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking, and this might be a little bit of a cheat, but I was thinking one of these big artworks. Like you've got the big 1/8 scale Batmobile or the whatever, something like that, where you can only open certain parts each month. You can only ordinarily you would get 4 sections or whatever it is per month, and that's all you're allowed to build because that's all they've sent you. But you could have the same regime on your island. So
for me it'd be really simple. There's only one kit in my stash I'd take, for me to build that, and that would be an MP46 with all the top studio detail upsets.
Sam, yeah.
So it's a
But you've
plastic kit with the
so
top.
another one of the things you're already building that you're whinging and moaning about building.
I'm not whinging and moaning about building it,
Yeah.
but it'd be a good 12-month build, if not a little bit more.
Yeah,
Great
true.
subject, lots of detail. Stop you from going mad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In which case, yeah, I might have to go for a 32nd scale Lancaster instead.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
thinking
well
about
there you
that.
go, and
I was
with all
thinking
the
about
aftermarket that goes
Yeah.
with it.
yeah.
Because I
No,
think
I
the
was
ship
thinking
might
about
actually
that.
drive me mad because it's not really my subject matter, so
Mm.
I need a distraction. Whereas the Lancaster would be, yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty
yeah,
awesome
that's
build, that
cool.
wouldn't it? To be fair,
Point, yeah. How about you, Roland?
Well, there's a Lancia Stratos HF in 112 coming out soon. And I would certainly get that and get the aftermarket with it involved, or enough material to do aftermarket myself, scratch build. And I would take that, because looking at that, I'm gonna get this kit anyway. I know I'm gonna be in huge trouble and probably need to bake at the street corners, but I'm gonna
who's
get
releasing
myself.
that one? Because is it Daishu did the 12 scale Lancia Stratus, didn't they?
It's not out yet.
Yeah, who's releasing it, Roland?
Italieri.
Talieri.
So is that is it the reboxing of the Daishu?
No, it's brand new. It's there
Brand
too.
new.
And
Yeah.
spanking new.
That would be pretty cool then.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. Yeah, that's certainly something which I'm very looking forward to. Yeah, so that's what I would take, and I would take enough material to do some, make sure that I have enough to do some scratch building as well, because that can keep you busy for a while.
Yeah.
And,
Can I bring a 3D printer and a laptop?
Yeah.
Well, that's classed as modelling tools. He said you can take modelling.
Yeah, yeah, basic
Yeah, he did.
modeling
Yeah,
tools.
yeah.
There we go. I'm not bringing any kits. I'm just bringing a 3D printer and a
Yeah. But you do. I don't know whether you've got access to the internet, so you can download STL files.
I'll just create my own. I'll bring a copy of Fusion 360 and just start designing my own kits.
I think Philip's going to think we're cheating now.
Yeah.
It's borderline.
Anyway, thank you for that. Thank you, Philip, for your question.
Yeah, that was very cool. Very cool.
So Dominique says a Dora in 135th, but I need internet. Philip H says, I'm with you on a ship. That's what I thought. Digsby would bring a 35th scale Mini RT55 with full interior.
Yeah, that's a bit of a build in itself, isn't it?
Shane would take a 12 scale Tamiya Porsche 935 because it's already taken me 3 years to get it down.
Yeah, sure.
You'll be safe.
Very good.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think we take the very new section, which we have not spoke about it at all, will be coming up soon. But before we do that, let's have a look what you guys have finished. For that, I need to share my screen. Let's try that.
Oh,
sharing?
nice.
Anybody see something? Is that
Yep.
is it
Sharing,
yeah.
right?
Sharing here.
Okay, fantastic. Right, and we start with the gentleman from Scale Effect. We look at the Revell 124 Volkswagen Beetle. I think it's a 64, if I remember correctly. Very nicely detailed kit built out of the box. I built a Revell 116 Beetle once, and I enjoyed that also a lot. Yeah. I've seen it, and they are relatively affordable, those kits. So yeah, actually, maybe we should look
Nice
at
color as well, actually. I like
It is
that.
actually,
a very original color.
Yeah.
That's really good. Very clean build.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Nice one. Then Kurt Mulder is in. He is. Let's have a look. While I reach, we can have a look at that. Look at this.
That is awesome.
It's a 135 IBG Scammel Pioneer. Scratch built the missing detail on the crane and replaced the string with copper cable. Also scratch built the missing detail on the rear door to display it in the lowered configuration. Finally, towing pulleys and hooks are from KFS Miniatures. That's very cool.
I love that.
Very cool indeed. I think he has a... Okay, yeah, no, that was just a report from Robert. Yeah, who loves it as well. Yeah, what's not to love? Very good. Robert Burns has an AMT Ford, got the kit partially started, disassembled, stripped, and started over with the pearl lime green. And boy, did that come out nicely. I wonder if you built that wagon behind here as well. Very cool. Very nice photo as well. And boy, doesn't it glitter in the sun.
Yeah, that color pops.
Yeah, very, very cool. I love that, Robert. Very nice build indeed. Love also what you did here. Yeah, very cool.
Nice color.
Aaron Thompson is in with the Tamiya 112 Suzuki GSX RR, primed in Mr. Hobby 1500 gray, painted in Pro Scale paints, X-Star blue, various Pro Scale metallics, and Pro Scale 2K. 2019 livery decals from Blue Stuff and Scale Motorsport carbon fiber. Boy, did you do a good job. That looks amazing.
Did a nice job on that.
Very cool build. Well, first of all, it's a beautiful bike. It's a beautiful color, and you certainly built it very, very nicely. Great paint job.
Yeah, I've done that. It's really good kit.
Yeah. Very nice. Love that, Aaron. Then Nigel. Nigel is in with the Hobby Boss 116 Tiger 1, 1944. A good kit. All went together really nicely to fit, no fit problems. Various mods done to the tank to give it a well-battle used tank. The resin printed figures I brought off a well-known auction site. All tank and figures painted in Tamiya acrylic and weathered using Emma washes and pigments.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That's very cool.
That's fantastic. It really is.
Wow. I love that winter camo. That's really nice. Look at that.
It's done a fantastic job on the weathering on that.
Yeah. That's amazing, Nigel. Very cool. And I love me a Tiger one as well. So very nice.
Oh.
Mark Bright did the 124 Domino models from Tamiya Ford Escort Cosworth, and that is finally finished. 2K and blue were Pro Scale paints with the blue masked off, as I couldn't get the decals to conform twice. First time adding an engine which is from USCP. With the wires, my own extras, which took some time. They always do, don't they? Also added my own bonnet hinges, 4.6 first time, which was an interesting challenge. Overall, I'm really happy with how the kits turned out. Also, there are a number of frustrating mistakes, as always. Well, if there are, I can't pick them out straight away, but I'll tell you what, this looks amazing. Very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it when they have the Monte Carlo bar here. I know when the Ford Falcons in the early 60s first took place and took part in Monte Carlo, they had this stabilizing bar over underneath the bonnet, and the Monte Carlo bar. So since then, this has been the Monte Carlo bar for me. I love that name. Very cool, Mark. I love that. That looks very, very nice. Oh, here we go. There's some more detail. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, nice to see one with an engine as well.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice job.
Beautiful.
Very nicely done. Right, then we have Dusty from Dusty's Model Workshop. Happy Friday all. Hope you're all good months since the last show. Been here some time, but it is a proper model page as my family were complaining about all the posts I do on model pages. Anyway, this month I finished 2 kits. First kit was the Trumpeter T72B3M 4S24 explosive reactive armor with the infamous cope cage. I added a decal set from a Star decal and reused some Contact 1 armor tiles, leftovers from the Rifles M1A1SA kit, for the cope cage. Used different shades of green to give the impression of old and new era bricks. Turns out the Star decals were based on a real Russian tank, and that was knocked out and captured in 2022. Wow. That's quite a project. Very cool.
I'll say.
Yeah, I know
Big
that's
boomstick.
Yeah.
very nice.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. I love that. What a lovely touch. That's really nice. Okay, we've got a couple of shots in here, so we just flip quickly through there. We normally do 2 shots, but yeah, I'll give you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool. Right. Then the next one from Dusty's model workshop is as follows. The other kit was the Warhammer's TOW Empire Combat Petrol. Comes with a dropship, mech suit, and 20 troopers. Isn't that what we have seen in the other section? Which instead of doing the normal white, desert, or red, this faction uses, and with the jungle camouflage based on the Vietnam era SOG troop group. Also, one of the fire teams have much more worn. Came sadly, the faded grey tiger strips blended into the Death Guard green too much. Well, if you wouldn't have pointed it out, nobody would have ever noticed.
Yep.
It's really very cool. I love that. It's a cool subject. There you go. Yeah, the Überlong railgun is just dry fitted, as other weapons can be fitted to the turret. It's devilish light gunship.
That's cool.
It is very cool. Very, very cool. And then we have the heavy Reese group right over here.
Yeah, just a reminder, Dusty, 2 photographs only.
Yeah. Strike group with light gray stripes and so on. Yeah, we'll forgive him this time because it was quite, the kit was quite, different, lots of different parts. Yeah. So that's fine. But yeah, generally, guys, if you can keep it to 2 photos, that would be amazing. Howard Laird. Udo Gang. I hope you're all well.
That's cute.
It's been a good while away from the hobby for me, but recently back with this fun little Oshima 112 Honda Z50J3 Gorilla thingy. Done as if it was mine, it would look like this build. Yeah, cool. I'm with you. Added details where I could like upgrade of the cables, Citadel mini skull of the petrol cap, rivets in the seat, scratch build rear shockers, and the kit decals where Robbie Show got some bits and bobs from the nail art scene to funk it up a bit. Not the best workaround, but I had the best of fun creating it, and that's exactly what I needed. It's mostly done with Tamiya, MRP, and Pro Scale lacquers. Have a top weekend. And thanks very much, Howard. Same to you. And I love this bike. Like
cool. Having fun is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, one can actually see you had fun with this. And that is really nice. That looks amazing, Howard. Love that. Cool. I love it when you can see people had fun with their work. Then we have the Paul J. Lewis show has now started. It starts with a 112 Italeri Alfa Romeo HC2300 Roadster with no additions or subtractions. This was a straight out of the box build, which to be fair is not a bad kit. Very little cleanup of the parts was required, and the only minor irritations encountered breaking of the elongated gear stick no less than 5 times. We're down to the modeler's own stupidity. Well, it is quite a fiddly stick, let's be honest. Those incidents apart, this was an enjoyable, trouble-free build. For a full list of all the products used, please go to my Paul J. Lewis Facebook page. That's amazing. I remember when I first saw it, I said, oh, a Bugatti. No.
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 Sacrilege.
Sacrilege.
It's an official Alpha color. Shut up. Move on.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It looks really
That's
good.
Lovely.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoyed doing that one, I've got to be honest.
I actually enjoyed that one as well. I built that one too, and it was one of my most enjoyable kits. Must say that 112 Fiat 500 also, yeah, I love those Italieri 112 kits, are not bad. Then another one from Paul J. Lewis is the 1420 AMT USS Defiant from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This kit went together easily and was only complicated by the addition of a lighting kit that was supplied without a wiring diagram. The kit decals only depicted the red lines and registry name and numbers. Decals for the various color panels were not supplied either, so I made my own, drawing the shapes in Adobe Illustrator, printing them onto decal water slide paper. The files will be scaled up and used again on the 1/50 scratch build version, which we know is working right now. For a full list of all the products used, please go to my Paul J. Lewis Facebook page. Yeah, that came out very nicely. And looking at that, I'm excited to see what you're going to do with that scratch build of yours.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, amazing. Very, very cool. I remember you fiddling with those light fittings.
Yep.
Then there's one from Paul J. Lewis.
Oh,
Here we go. We were talking about the Lancia Stratos. That's exactly what they do in 112, actually. A 124 Hasegawa Lancia Stratos HR for 1977 Safari Rally. This was one of those quick and easy builds that I often put together as a palette cleanser between my bigger project. This kit went together well with little cleanup, and the decals, which looked daunting at first, went down without incident. For a full list of all the products used, please go, as always, to the Paul J. Lewis Facebook page.
Right, nice.
Very well. I love the card to start with, and yeah.
Yeah, the photographs don't do the interior justice. The interior is really, really nice. So I've got to say.
Oh, right. So I'm looking forward to that 112 kit. I really am. The Stratos. And then we have one from Paul J. Lewis. He's also in this week with the 124 Italieri Ferrari 250 GT California. This is quite an old Italieri kit from 1989. That's not old. Several of the flesh-infested parts did need to be cleaned up. Plain seats supplied in the kit were swapped out for a couple of padded versions from my spares box, which were more in keeping with the original vehicle. The old and very yellow decals were a complete write-off and were replaced with a newer version from my spare decals folder. Despite these minor hassles, this turned out to be an enjoyable palette cleanser built between other much larger projects. For a full list of all the products, once again, have a look at Paul J. Lewis' Facebook page. It's a beautiful car, is it not?
It's stunning.
Stunning, stunning. Yeah, it came out very nicely.
You need to get a job, PJ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or as Philip says, clearly PJ has too much time on his hands to produce such great models. Thank you, Philip.
Right, we are done with the PJ show, and we now get moving over to the Mark Runciman show. Every evening, everyone. This one is the Zvesta 172 KMS rally truck. I remember that. A lot smaller scale than I normally build of vehicles, but thought it would give it a go. Primed in Mr. Hobby Grey and painted with Tamiya acrylics, then weathered with Tamiya weathering sets. The diorama is made with plaster cloth paper and painted with AK terrain desert sand and AK paints. Thanks for looking. Very cool.
Done a good job on that.
Yeah, cracking job on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and putting it on a bit of a plate, a bit of a diorama, that will certainly, moves it up the ladder. Really nice. Here we go. Here, a couple more. Yeah, very cool. That's a nice job, Mark. I like that. And then there is another one for Mark Runciman, which is evening again. This one is the ICM 124 Ford Model T fire engine and crew. This is my first ICM kit, and I was impressed with the quality and ease of build. This again was primed with Mr. Hobby White, mixed with a little red to give a pink prime base, sprayed and painted with Tamiya and AK paints. My only downfall with this kit, I'm not great at figure painting. Thanks for looking. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. It's actually quite nice. And I love a good Model T. Love those tanks at the back. It actually came out very nice, Mark.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Looks good. Looks really good.
Good work, Mark.
Here we have some different angles. Very cool. Then we have our very own Mr. Dan Croak. He came in. I finally finished the Ninja Prince Ragnar Lothbrok bust figure. Primed in UMP black and white for shading effects. Flesh colors from AK 3rd Gen acrylics. Clothes and base were painted using a Rebel acrylics. Thoroughly enjoyed my first attempt at flesh tones.
Self-portrait.
No, came out quite. It came out quite nicely. It really did. It
Does
looks
look good.
good.
Does
Yeah,
look good. So seriously, was that you when you were younger?
yeah, yeah. He had the same
Yeah.
haircut.
He copied me.
Very cool. Very cool, Dan. Like that. And then another one from Dan. He is in with the finished Airfix 172 Bristol Bowfighter TF.X. Primed in UMP black, pre-shaded using white, tan, and brown from Vallejo Model Air. Base colors of extra dark sea gray and sky from extra acrylics. Invasion stripes mask and painted using Vallejo Model Air. Weather with chipping using a sponge and paintbrush, UMP clay washes, and MO oil brushes.
That's really good.
Very cool. That looks very cool. I think that weathering on the wings has come out very nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
Nice little kit.
It looks bigger in the pictures than 70-second scale, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah. No, it does. Certainly does. It's always a good indication that you've done a great job. Chris Stover, the man who lives in the sun.
Yep.
Finished this Hong Kong Models 148 B70G Flying Fortress. Bare metal finishes, Model Master acrylic silver came out better than I thought it would. Quite a few fit issues, would probably not build the kit again.
It's a big boat.
It's a big one, but it came out very nice, Chris. I like that. I
See, doing his photographs, he avoided the rain clouds in the background.
It's just there was some big rain coming on.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them. Oh, that's awesome. It's an awesome build. Chris, it really is. It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
And that,
always does a good model.
and the bare metal finish came out very cool. Very cool. But that's not all. Oh, wait, he has a second shot of that. Let's have a look here. Oh, right. Here we go.
Just showing us the metal. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And as I said, that's not all. They are the same two clouds here at the back, and he also finished the Das Werk 116234 Puma, painted with Tamiya paints and weathered with Vallejo washes and MIG pigments.
And obviously, there was a cold snap. That's why he took him indoors.
Yeah, there must have been a cold. Probably one of those clouds came over. But yeah, looks very cool. Very, very cool.
Good job.
I love the Puma. Very nice. I think there was also a second shot of it, if I remember. Yeah, there was. Here you go. Very nice, Chris. And thanks for sharing. Very cool. And then our man from South Africa, Mr. Anthony Rieke. Hey, guys. Missed you all. We missed you too, buddy. Good to see you again. My first completed model was the 148 Tamiya Heinkel HE219 Uhu. A really great kit, and it's now getting quite old, but fantastic to build, and fitting was excellent. Used some vinyl mask for the upper camo to make it life a bit easier to paint. To make life a bit easier to paint, all right. Also, not that easy. Hope you enjoyed.
That's really good, mate.
Good.
That is really good.
Those aerial things must have been a pain to not break off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my big problem with planes. Starts with the wheel struts, never mind the aerials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that must be. But
Pretty
it looks,
clean looking build.
yeah, that paint job is amazing. Very cool. I like that a lot. Here you go. Talking about aerials, we can get a close up here. Here you go. Very cool. Like the weathering there as well. Very subtle, but yeah, it just makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have another one, and that's what I like about Anthony. He does a plane who just came out of a war, and then he makes a beautiful car like this one, which is his other completed kit, which was a real treat, the 124 Alpha model Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Oh, what a kit. So much detail and enjoyment. The paint scheme I chose gave me a lot of hassles. Had to redo things a few times, but at the end of the day, it was the most incredible model I've built. I absolutely loved it. I know they are a bit more than the usual car kits, but from an enjoyment and detail point of view, it was well worth it. The garage background is also from Alpha Models.
I did the convertible version. So it's a great kit.
It looks amazing. Wow. It does look, it really looks amazing. Oh, it's going to be such a pain to pick something tonight.
It is. There you
All right, here we go. The brakes, wheel.
The calipers, yep.
Yeah. Here we go. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Right, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Now, the way this works, yes. Did you put something in afterwards?
Excuse me?
Ah, no, you didn't. Okay. So what has happened now? The way this works now is everybody has one vote. We're going to vote for the model of the month from the models we just had a look at. And that will not be easy, I know, but we have to do it. We just have to do it. So what will happen is Alan will give us the go-ahead. I will give you a quick rundown of all the models, which gives you time enough to put your vote into the chat. And once you have done it, and we have done it, we will tell you what will be the model of the month. And it will get place of honor on the Friday Nights Modelers Facebook page. Right, Edel? Alan, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it, Roland. Start your votes, folks.
Right, we start with Scale Effect and his Revell 124 Volkswagen Beetle. Followed by Kurt Mulder with the 135 IBG Scamel Pioneer. After that, we have Robert Burns with the AMT 32 Ford right over here. Very bright, nice green. Now that is followed closely by Aaron Timpson with the Tamiya 112 Suzuki GSX RR. That is followed by Nigel Chingy with his Hobby Boss 116 Tiger 1 from 1944 in a wintry setting. Mark Bright is then in with the 124 Domino Models Tamiya Ford Escort Cosworth. Then we have Dusty's Model Workshop. He joined us today with the Trumpeter T72 B3M 4S24 and some others mixed in. Then we have Dusty's Model Workshop, also with the Warhammer's Tau Empire, which came with troopers and a beautiful spaceship here as well, and some more troopers. Well, you have seen it. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Then we have Howard Lear, who did a 112 Honda Z50 J3 Gorilla from Aoshima, and he did it the way he would have done it if we would have owned one. Then we have Paul J. Lewis with a couple of builds like the 112 Italieri Alfa Romeo 8C-300 Roadster. Then we also have from Paul J. Lewis the 1420 AMT USS Defiant from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And also from Paul J. Lewis, we have the 124 Hasegawa Lancia Stratos HF 1977. And then also Paul J. Lewis, the beautiful Italieri Ferrari 250 GT California. Quite pricey these days if you want to buy one. Then Mark Runciman, we had the Svesta 172 Commerce rally truck right over here, which is a beautiful diorama, which he did. Then we also have for Mark Runciman the fire engine. This one is the ICM 124 Ford Model T fire engine and crew. Then we have from Dan Croak the self-portrait, which is the Ninja Prince Ragnar Lothbrok bust figure. Then we also have from Dan Croak the 172 Bristol Bowfighter TF.X. And from Chris Stover, the man in the sun, we have these Hong Kong models 148 B70G Flying Fortress. And we also have a Puma. Das Werk 116234. Puma. Then we also have Anthony Rico, who is in with the Tamiya Heinkel He219 Uhu. And he's also in, last but certainly not least, with the 124 Alpha Model Ferrari SF90 Stradale. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was that. Geez, I need a drink. Mouth is dry now.
Mm.
A lot of good models again.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
So when you went through it the first time, I wrote a short list.
Yeah.
Did it
When
get
you went
longer
through
the
it the second time, I thought it'll make it a bit shorter. It didn't. It made it longer.
Yeah, that always happens with those short lists. It's like a to-do list. It never gets done.
Oh yeah.
Okay, who shall I pick on first? Who looks like they have an answer ready? I reckon Roland's already picked his, I reckon.
What?
You're going to pick Roland.
Yeah, I have a couple of candidates, to be quite honest. No surprises there. And my first one, when I saw it, immediately I thought, oh, this is going to be my pick. That was the Scammel Pioneer from Kurt Mulder. Fantastic, fantastic build. Then we had... I loved that Gorilla bike. Loved it. Loved the light blue Alpha. Very cool. Loved the diorama from Mark. I thought the Bristol Bowfighter came up particularly nice.
Are you going to be long?
Fine, take as long as you like. It gives me more
I
time.
thought I'd buy you guys some time. I also love the Flying Fortress. But at the end, I'm going for Anthony Rico's 124 Alpha Model Ferrari SF90 Stradale. I am what I am, and I love this car. I love the model. I love the build. I think it came out fantastic. So that's my choice.
Fair enough. And a good choice it is too. Okay, PJ.
Loved Kurt Mulder's Scammel. Love the Stradale. But I'm going for Nigel Tingey's Tiger One.
Ah, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
That was also in the running. Part of the short list.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an asterisk next to it for me as well. I'll be honest, that one. Dan?
It could be sometime.
No. I'm not going to hang about. Apart from to say, again, fantastic finished models from everyone.
Yeah.
A little bit of jealousy. I wish I had the amount of time that PJ seems to have.
Yeah.
Same hours in the day as you, mate.
Yeah. Get a job. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go with Christover's B17G.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
That is a fantastic build.
Yeah, I thought for me that the top down picture, just the kind of patina finish on it, just looked
amazing.
It looked really good.
I mean, yeah. Well, for me, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's put the models forward, because they're all epically good in their own way. Every single one's a deserved winner.
There's not one bad one in there. No. Not one.
There's not, and I've put a couple of asterisks in things to Nigel Tingey's Tiger One. Anthony Rico's Stradale is nice. PJ, I like the Alpha.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
But for me, and when I saw it, it just blew me away a little bit. And it's Kurt Mulder's Scammel, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
I think
absolutely.
He's done such a good job on that, and it brings back memories of somebody I know who's actually got a Scammel, as it happens as well. So they used to use it for road recovery, and it just harks back to that. And I just think he's done a really good job on that. So Kurt is going to get my vote this month.
All right, fair enough.
But a shout out to everybody else. Absolutely epic builds. Epic builds.
He was a close second with me there. He was fantastic. Fantastic.
Is anybody else going to vote? Any more votes for any more votes?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'll give it another 10-15 seconds because it's people streamers behind a little bit. But yeah, it's very, very close this month. Very, very close.
Yeah, well, it was all fantastic builds, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know when it's that close, it's close. But there we go. Right then, I'm going to finish that up then. No more votes then, folks.
Okay.
So we're just going to go for a second and a first this time because there's loads that are joint third. So you've got, okay, I'll give the joint third. So you've got Aaron, Nigel, Mark Bride's Ford Escort, Mark Runchman's Rally Truck, and Christopher's Fortress. They all got the same number of votes.
Fantastic.
2 votes each. In second place with 3 votes is Dan Croak with your Busk.
All right.
Blimey.
But this month's winner, and I think it's deserved as well, is Kurt Mudley with the IBG Scammell Pioneer.
Absolutely. Yeah, well worthy.
Well done, Kurt. It is a fantastic job.
Yeah. So well done, everybody.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Congratulations, and it will make a great picture on the Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah, really nice. Congratulations, Kurt. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if you're in. I don't think you're in, but should you watch that later? Really fantastic build. Love that. Love that. Love that. Right. And was there anything else in the chat? I don't know what.
A little bit of stuff from the previous section.
Oh yeah, about what people would take to the island.
Shane. So Mark would say, if he can get one, because I don't think he's still got one, the 112 Datsun 240Z Safari rally car.
Yeah, the rally one's been stopped.
No, that's his car. He wants that one badly.
Robert Johnson, I've had 12 months to buy, but only one kit. The larger scale, the more detail, 12 scale with everything to open and close, detail, or large scale ship. Yeah, and then various comments on the kits. Jeff says, quality work makes it so difficult to choose just one. Awesome work, everyone. Digsby says, congrats. Congrats from Jeff, Nigel T, and from Adam and Anthony Rico as well. Fantastic work, and everyone else. Wow, wow, wow. Yep. Well done, everyone.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Which brings us to the brand new section, which the Modelers Friday Night Live show has saved no costs to put up.
Or any costs.
With a fantastic sepia banner designed by our own graphic designer, PJ. And because of that, we certainly couldn't get away from that he will be the one who will present this section for us now. So PJ, over to you, please.
Okay.
Let's explain a little bit where this section comes about, why we do it, and that kind of stuff.
Well, this section came about. Who was it, Alan? That's.
It was a couple of us in here, weren't we? We were talking about, sex. I can't remember how it actually came about.
Somebody put a model in the what you finish section.
Yes.
Right. But it wasn't something.
That's right. This is when I finished 5 years ago because you haven't finished anything recently.
Exactly. And it kind of sparked an idea.
Yeah.
And he said, well, hang on, there must be a lot of modelers out there who've not actually just photographed or displayed their models from back when. But well, let's have a section. So we've called it Models from Yesteryear. Okay, let me just bear with me a second. I want to go over the rules of engagement on this. Is that sharing?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's a place where you can showcase the models you've built in the past. Okay, now I had to ask a few people to clarify when they did this, did the model. So basically, in this section, it says include the scale, kit manufacturer, name of the kit, and an approximate date when you built it. Okay, it's this date thing that seems to be stumping people. But so if you can put a date in it, it helps. And basically, it's maximum of 2 photographs or 1 photo montage of 1 model only per person per month. Okay, and as I say, it can be from a year ago 10 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever. Okay, if you that old. Okay, first up is Sylvia. She gave us this.
Sorry, PJ, just if you scroll up a little bit, sorry, if you could go back. Sorry for interrupting you, but I thought that we might miss something otherwise, which we don't want to.
What?
Just scroll up a little bit where it says top comments. You see that? There's an arrow next to it. No, you are too far up. Lower, just below Sylvia's post. There it says top comments. You see that?
Yeah. Click on that.
Yeah, click that.
And click on all comments.
Okay.
Here we go. And we make sure we don't miss anybody.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so it's now Digby James's first.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yes.
Okay, is that sharing still?
It is.
Okay, he says, I really enjoyed this 135 scale Tamiya Matilda 3/4 Lend Lease edition. I plan to build more, but in British/Commonwealth versions. Kit I went together well. Built it a few years ago. Still one of my favorites. Thanks for taking a look.
It looks amazing.
That's cool.
Matilda always looks kind of, like a dinosaur. Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
It was as fast as 1 or 2.
Okay, now we get to Sylvia. Okay, so BF 109F, 32nd scale from Revel. This is the oldest. Sorry, this is my oldest model in the cabinet. First two have not survived, but for this one, I still have the original box. It was collected from my boyfriend as a youngster on a huge bicycle tour and treasured for several years. He presented the kit to me, and I bought it straight from the box, including movable rudders and undercarriage in the late 80s. Wings were hand painted, and the fuselage sprayed with a very simple spray gun fed by an old.
I love that. Fridge compressor.
Fridge compressor, okay. The model enjoyed the sunshine while being photographed for the first time. Okay, cool.
That's fantastic. I love that story. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice to get a bit of history, about the kit as well. So.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Very nice. And 132, so it's not too small. Very cool.
Okay, Nigel Tingy says, about 51 years, I bought and made the Airfix BHC SR9 N4 hovercraft in 144 scale. I remember it being a nightmare to build, fit problems and gaps the size of Mersey Tunnel. So about 6 or so years ago, I saw one on that well-known auction site. So I brought thinking it would rekindle my modelling youth. Well, nothing has changed. Still fit problems, still gaps. Anyway, shed load of fill later, and the end results are not too bad. And at least it got me building again. That's true.
Yeah. Wow, that's
didn't
it.
Didn't you build this one, Alan?
Yeah, when I was sort of very early on in my modelling times, I had that as a present, and I built and I remember the whole top part is clear plastic, as you know. Clear plastic just doesn't glue very well either.
Yeah, you can just see it around there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's one that I've said I would, if you could perhaps get a kit, because they're quite expensive to buy now as well. If you get it at a reasonable price, it's probably one I would revisit. But again, I can imagine the horrors again.
Yeah.
Because
some childhood traumas there.
Yeah. Because mine was all hand painted with Humboldt paints and stuff as well. So it's.
Yeah, Nigel T says it's a model for the desert island because weeks of rest between each section.
Yeah.
Dusty's Model Workshop says, about 10 years ago, found a model of my dream car, the Plymouth Cuda. The kit was an old 124th Revel monogram, 71 Hemi Cuda. This is a gorgeous kit that I wish I'd kept the box to. This could be a great new addition to the show. Yeah, okay. And I look forward to seeing everyone's old bits of art.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this.
It's fantastic. I love to see those old models. That came out very nice, actually.
Yeah.
It's very clean. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Excellent. Yeah. Really nice shape. Those Cougars, Plymouth.
Oh, the Cudas were beautiful. Beautiful cars. With the Hemi or the 442. Very good.
Richard Farmer. So
All right.
Yeah. Built this dyno at the end of 2022, and it was the first time I posted on this channel. Okay, cool.
All right. All right.
Fujimi's 124 garage and tool set and the 124 Revel Mark 1 Golf GTI. Still one of my favorite builds. Had a lot of fun with it. I've got one in the stash for a rainy day. Thanks for looking.
That looks amazing. Love that. Love that. That's cool. I recognize a couple of parts in here. Very cool.
I like the King did get posted on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. That's a nice.
Love that. And there's
Really
little
nice.
springs down there.
The extension lead as well is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously not a real garage because there's no oil or fuel stains.
Yeah, no, it's all way too clean, you see.
To me, it's a Volkswagen. Volkswagens don't leak.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you. I had a
Of
10
course.
Passat, was my first car, and it used as much oil as it used petrol.
Anyway, moving on. Well, Mr. Croak. I
All
think
right.
this is the oldest photograph of a kit that I have. This dates from 97 or 98 and is the Hella Mirage 2000N, which I recall being a nice kit, all brush painted with Humbrol enamels, the good
good
ones.
The good
Really?
one.
That was 72nd scale as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Very
actually
cool.
older than that. I think that's probably more like 94, actually.
Oh, right, so all that information is a lie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know what, Dan? Considering that's brush painted, mate, that looks all right. To be
No, you've done a
fair.
good job. You've done a good job. So how old were you then? About 12?
94. No, about 15,
Oh, far out. Come on.
16,
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I wasn't far out.
Jeez, you are young.
17.
What did you take
17.
the photo with, Dan? That's what I want to know, because they didn't have phone cameras and stuff weren't out then.
That was with an actual camera with film in it.
So I was going to say,
film,
that must have been a proper.
Yeah,
35 millimeter.
old
Yeah,
35 mil, you know, cheap auto zoom camera. And I think I had a roll of film which had a couple of shots left on it because you had like the 24, 36.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd take a few pictures of some models, and that was one of the ones I managed to find.
Oh, cool. Stover built this in 22.
The sun was shining then already.
Yeah, absolutely. Trumpeter 132 P47 and Thunderbolt. Used Model Master acrylic silver for the bare metal finish.
All right.
Nice.
That's actually very nice.
It's a beast, that as well. It's huge.
I love the open flaps to put in the ammunition for the machine guns. Very cool.
He must have some great difficulty with paints and controlling them, given that it must be quite warm there all the time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Must have lots of retard handy.
But it looks like winter. There's no leaf on the trees.
Shane Wright.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Well, it's a kit from yesteryear, but I did finish last month. Shelf for Doom build.
Okay,
So it's the 9-scale Protar BMW 500 with sidecar. A pug of a build, decals were a shot. I was able to save a couple. Kit was from 1961 and instructions in Italian with 8 pictures and not showing where every part goes. No paint call out, so using my superpowers of deduction, was able to get it built. Plastic extremely brittle, use Pro Scale BMW Atlantis Blue.
Yeah, I have some of those kits. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have early 60s kits. But boy, did you got a job. That looks, I mean, look at the transparent parts. They look spotless. Very well done.
Yeah, cool.
I love that.
Some
I remember when I was young, I
Parker.
watched sidecar races, and I always thought, how can you be so stupid? Because those guys on the sidecars, their ass was 1 centimeter above the ground. Unbelievable.
So Alan Parker, sounds familiar. Anyway, Tamiya 124 Nissan R33 GTR.
It's not an R33 PJ, it's an R33.
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Jeez. Just listen to him.
Bloody
Just listen to the aggression in the voice.
It's Godzilla. It's an R33.
Anyway, this is the first model I built on my return to the hobby around the end of 2019. It's also the first model that I 2K'd. Okay, it has its issues as I was learning how to use a lot of new products while building. I would build it again one day just so it could be better than it is.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for the first model coming back to the hobby,
what's wrong with that?
Not bad at all.
I know that, but I mean, I look at that. I'll be honest, I look at that. I think, well, the wheels. I've left the wheels in the stock chrome. Should have changed that. The exhaust. Sticking out. I could have done better there. I could have done better where I went by the lights. I can see lots of things in it that I could do better.
Sorry, can I just ask?
Yeah.
You see, you came back to the model. Try again. Came back to the hobby around 2019. What was the gap before? When you were modeling before to 29, was it a big gap?
Probably 15 years.
Going back 15 after the 15-year gap when you produced that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't see there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Everything I built prior to that was rattle canned or brush painted.
Sure.
Again, mainly the cars and stuff I built before that, F1 stuff, and things like the Astra V8 and the Cleaver and those that I built with rattle canned and that sort of stuff. But I haven't got pictures of that. I haven't got the kits anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first new kit, let's say, because I built it when I actually come back to the hobby. I had a couple of part starter kits that I'd already started, and they were left in the box for sort of 15 years.
Yeah.
A couple of those being a couple of 1/20th F1 kits. So I just basically finished those off when I came back, and then that was the first brand new kit I built, where I actually started using newer products with it.
Well,
Very cool.
That's really good.
That's Gravity Spain 2K on that one, I think, for example. First time I used
it. Not bad.
Mr. Rico, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Nice new section. My model from yesteryear is 124 Italy Lancia Stratos. I think we've just seen a cleaner version earlier. Tried some weathering and to make it look like it just finished a rally. What a beautiful car. We need a full engine version, and hopefully Italy deliver in the 112 one they promised.
Yeah, we both hope that you and me both, Anthony.
Well, they should. I mean, Spot Model's got up on there. Well, it'll be up for pre-order soon, according to Spot Model. So
yeah, that's where I've seen it.
Again, if you're going to post in future in this section, give us a date of when you built it roughly.
Yeah.
Not asking for like the week or the month or the day. Just the year will do. That's fine.
You say 5 years ago, we also know.
Or decade.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just give us a rough idea of when you did it. And finally, Sylvia says, hi, it's my husband Rolf's contribution. He's developed
is she Rolf Smith's wife? Oh, right. That would be
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Here is what I call my first proper model. 1-72 ME 110G from Revel. I built it in April '84 with very, very basic airbrush equipment and not much knowledge. But the model survived the next 40 years and 2 house moves. I'd built cars and tanks before, but the 110 was the first serious model, and it sparked a deep interest in German models, and it sparked a German and British aviation history, which It's like scale modeling didn't stop since then. Thanks for looking and reading.
Yeah, I love the ME110. I think it's a beautiful plane.
Lots of windows to mask.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true for sure. They didn't think about that when they designed it.
Well, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, cool. I think that's the last one.
I think there's a second photo of that.
No, that's. Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Those little windows. Yeah, lovely. Brilliant.
That's amazing stuff. Well,
So,
thank
yeah.
you very,
Makes
very
sense.
much for everybody who contributed to that section. It's so interesting to see what you guys did in the past. And I actually must scroll through my old photo accounts and see if I find something of my early builds. You obviously only put the beautiful ones in, so I will contribute to the really early ones, you know, glue bombs and etc., which I also photographed. There is records of that, so we will have a look at that. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
wish I still had them. I wish I had photos of some of the really old kits.
You're
You know,
not
just
on
to see
throwing a
them.
load away, did you, Dan? If I remember a few years ago, you binned a load of your built models or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I think a lot of the ones I binned, I did photograph in the end.
Yeah.
But I think they're most of the ones that I've kind of built since I've been in Bristol, but the ones from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, all those kits, I mean, they stayed as kits. They were in a spare bedroom in my parents' house for years. Then they moved into the attic. And then I think at one stage they asked what should they do with them? And I just went bin them all. And I kind of regret that I didn't go wait until next time I'm home and I'll photograph them all and then bin them.
Yeah.
So
nice. all my original models, which I built as a child, they're all in my nan's, in a cabinet in my nan's.
Oh, right. Oh, I want to see them.
Unfortunately, I say my nan's passed now, and then the house got cleared and stuff, so everything got chucked, you know. So, but like they're all, I say, glue bombs, you know, Airfix and enamel paints.
Yeah.
I do think with the, you know, with obviously the ease of photography of stuff, I feel less attached to throwing away kits now.
Yeah.
Particularly some of the older ones that I've got. As I run out of space, be like, wow, you know.
Yeah, as we all do.
The photos of it, just bin it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, my cabinet's almost empty now. I mean, I've taken most of them in the house because I've got a little bit more space since redecorating and moving stuff around. But I still don't look at them that much, even though they're in the cabinets in the front room. You know, there's a couple that always catch my eye, the Mazda being one, you know, 935 and 112. They tend to, because they're bigger subjects, they tend to catch the eye more. But I tend not to look at the 124, so I could quite easily probably, I say, perhaps not throw them away because I think they're too good for that, to be fair. But, you know, stick them up on Etsy or something, you know, or eBay, get a $5 or $10 from them, you know.
Yeah.
Wrap value.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, have a look at the chat quickly for the last time.
Yeah. Where do we get to? People saying congratulations to Kurt. Dominique says, I can remember my years, but I don't know the exact month. I was smart enough to make folders with year 2016 to 2024. Yeah. Hugh Gordon's in saying evening all.
Hey, you. Good you made it.
Some comments about some of the models that were shown. Mark saying that same kit I bought this month. Is that the garage tools or the golf? Digsby say, yeah, I missed that, so sorry.
I'll put it in next month's Digsby, no worries.
Yeah. PJ putting a plug in for Festa later tonight, midnight UK time.
Yeah, don't miss that, guys.
Philip at Primetime Modeling next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Digsby says, must jet, folks. Great show as always, and some absolutely beautiful work. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Digsby. There you go, mate.
And that's it. I think I'm all caught up. Yes.
Cool.
We're all up to speed.
There we go. Well, thanks very much indeed, guys. We had a wonderful show. Well, you were right at the beginning. We're gonna have a wonderful and exciting show, and I think we did. Loved the new section. Really was great. Finished builds were amazing. We had wonderful projects to look forward to for the finished builds, which we had in the what you are busy with, which was fantastic, really good. fine, insightful question from PJ. And last but not least, also from Philip. I thought that was a very good question indeed. And it was good to see what you guys have been buying. Always love to see that what you guys are able to get. Well, thanks very much, everybody. Thanks very much to these guys who were hanging out with me. And we had a wonderful Friday night modelers show, which we will have again on the first Friday of next month. Don't miss it. Thanks very much for popping in. Have a lovely evening and cheers. Bye-bye.
Great weekend, folks.
Bye-bye, everyone.
All right.